Taking a look at crude oil, you can see again today it tested resistance just below the orange 50 moving average and resistance held, leading to a decline. And that has been happening for the last 2 or 3 weeks. The 50 moving average, the resistance, 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 resistance. That means a breakout above there is going to be bullish. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by XNest, the world's largest retail broker offering ultra-fast execution with no overnight fees. Find a link in the description below. This is Bruce for FXEmpire taking a look at the daily chart for crude oil. And going back again, let's switch to the weekly for a second. It may be a little clearer there. So if we go to the weekly, we could say that this week's high of 75.42 is going to be a key initial resistance level. If it is busted to the upside and price keeps rising, then that will signal a bullish weekly breakout. At that point, crude should make an attempt to test resistance around this downtrend line. However, it then has the 2-week high of 80.35. That's also another important level. Now, going back to the daily, we can look at it on this perspective. And if you remember the 50% line that I had on the weekly, it all comes into the same area. So we have multiple weekly highs and the 50% retracement and the 50 moving average. So I would say that the weekly high and the 50 moving average are the two more critical areas. Now, is crude going to rally, or might it go to test new lows? Well, certainly, if it breaks below the recent swing low of 75.42, it is likely testing lower prices. But until that happens, there's a good chance it is going to continue higher. We do have a higher swing low, and support was found at the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement, which would be a logical place where we would expect to find support. The larger pattern in crude is this developing symmetrical triangle, and there is an internal symmetrical triangle as well. So the larger one completes over here in February. Well, I shouldn't say completes, but the end of it is over here in February. That means that there will be a breakout through one of those two lines by February. And then the internal pattern, the internal triangle, apex is here in December, which means there will be a breakout before then through one of the lines that defines that triangle. And then we now have a new one here as I just draw that new line in November, beginning of November, so we could say by the end of October. Of course, a breakout usually occurs somewhere maybe here and back. So this could be a low before another breakout attempt. It remains to be seen. Anyway, that is it for crude traders, and have a great Friday.